What's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? Hope all is well with you guys, man. It's Thoughts of a Predicate Winner back at your head top with another one. And I'm here to bring you some music. It's been a couple of days since I brought you any type of music, and I feel like we could use a breath of fresh air with all of this stiff going on between Church, Adam, Jelly, whatever, bro. Like, I said what I said. I stand 10 toes on it. ACAL responded. I still stand 10 toes on what I said. I knew that it was going to make some people mad. It's literally in the thumbnail. Like, this will possibly make you upset. So I knew, but I still stand on it. I believe what I believe, and that's okay, man. Some people are going to have a differential in opinion. That's all it was. But I need a breath of fresh air. I don't know about y'all. So I wanted to get into my first Tom Macdonald reaction of the new year. It's 2025. This is our first time reaction in 2025, I believe. I haven't done one in the last 2 days. So let's get into it, baby. This is Tom Macdonald, or 3 days, I'm sorry. This is Tom Macdonald, Sad Rappers. Let's see what he's talking about. Let's do it. Laying down in a pool of pills. Awesome.
Where'd all these suicidal sad rappers come from? They showed up with those mumble rapper dum-dums. They've been preying on people with mental illness and pretending to relate to get paid and create a business. They claim to be anxious and they're depressed. They're faking it to gain something in common with some fans for a check. It's overdiagnosed, so it's becoming a trend to say you're crazy or insane or that you're sick in the head. They will
Yeah, I like this energy because in all reality, this is where it all stems from. It's not just the people that make a living off of preying on people with mental illnesses and preying on people with addictions. It's the fact that you're a farce of it. Like, you don't provide a real way out. You don't show people that there's a hope. So what y'all are guilty of, this generation of rappers that are aligned with these mumble rapper dum-dums, as he says, is y'all are guilty of making microwavable food with no nutrients and serving it to the people and telling them that it's good for them. And what you don't understand, or maybe you do understand, is that millions of kids grow up to idolize you and are influenced by your music. So what they're influenced by is a pile of trash. It's wrong. It's wrong. And my thread was, dealers, gangster rap, dealing, not taking, and I still fell I don't like that victim word. I still fell into addiction. You know what I mean? I'm 11 years removed from my addiction, but it wasn't easy. And I'm grateful for, artists that gave me a sense of hope. A real sense of hope where I felt like, okay, I can do this. I can get out of this. Anyway, man, let's get back to the music.
Fantasize the mental pain, we're barely surviving, and then they glorify the men and women losing their lives. I'm talking Cobain, Lil Peep, Winehouse, Jackson, Williams, Cornell, Bennington. Imagine all the icons that we buried, probably turning in their graves, that they can witness out of sickness, getting used to get paid. These rappers fabricating symptoms for fame. Their mental illness is the money on their mind that started rotting their brains, yeah.
Y'all ain't real, from the chains to the gear to the grills. Now it's pain, talking tears, taking pills. Y'all ain't real, I can see it in your eyes, all lies. Y'all guys don't know how we feel. Y'all ain't real enough to deal with us, to feel the love. Nah. Y'all just make believe, you claim to be the same as me. Nah.
I love this because it's important, I think, to separate. So anybody that hears this is going to realize, oh, Tom is really cut from that cloth. And these dudes over here are pretending to be cut from that cloth. Why would they pretend to be cut from that cloth? And that's what we're faced with as a society. Society is pretending to be cut from that cloth. Like, I'll never forget, like, when I first started going to therapy, it wasn't cool, bro. Like, it wasn't even something that I wanted to tell people, like, oh, I'm in therapy. And I don't know if it's like, it should be a good thing to be able to tell people that you're in therapy without feeling like gross about it. But on the flip side of that, it's so adamant now that the word therapy alone is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Society society is taking that. Society is having this issue because what the industry has sold. It's really sick. So I'm glad someone's calling it out. And by calling it out and dissing those people, you're able to also uplift yourself to show people that there is someone out here that can help lead you down the right path, to show you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
People die from depression, these rappers cry for attention, and it's in every single genre you could possibly mention. From pop to electronic to rock to indie to grunge, they're trying to hook you into using the music like it's a drug. Get you addicted to artists they manufacture to target all other people in therapy trying to deal with their hardships. Crafted and marketed till they had you convinced that if you follow that person, they make you fine in your skin. They ain't really trying to help you, they don't want to make you better. It's a lie they're trying to sell you, so you always buy the records. If you want to know the truth, they want you struggling forever, so you look to them for answers with your Visa or your debit. It's like
Exactly. And I think to like fully comprehend this and to fully understand it, you really have to kind of be cut from it or be a part of it. And somewhere down the line, because of what's being sold to the general public by the industry in all shapes and forms, like he's saying, all genres, all different types of artists, all different types of movies, all different types of whatever, because of what's being sold to the general public, you feel like you understand it and you know it, but what you know is the fake version. You know the version that's being portrayed, and what y'all don't know is how easy it is for people like us to detect. Like with addiction, when I find somebody that's like trying to say that they're like a drug addict, but they don't understand, it's so easy to figure out. Like just little things that they might say in the midst of the conversation, or when you start talking about like what's your DOC, and people are like, what do you mean? You don't know. You know what I mean? And that's okay. And maybe you did deal with some type of really nasty habit that you had to break, but that doesn't mean that you are, it doesn't mean you can align yourself in this way. And it's not cool to. There's nothing cool about what I've been through. I talk about let's get it clear. Let's get it clear. Let's clear the air. I talk about my substance abuse issues that I had in my life and my addiction that I've had in my life to show people that are really going through those substance abuse issues and real addictions that there's hope at the end of the tunnel through Jesus. That's why I do what I do. You're doing it to join a conversation. You're doing it to make people feel sad for you, which somehow gives you a dopamine rush. I see it online. I see it in real life. I see it all the time. Like, literally, I will be talking about a H addiction and an amphetamine addiction, and they'll be like, "Yeah, dude, I had a serious problem with, marijuana," and I'm like, "Okay, that's super understandable. It's really hard. You can be addicted to that. Don't get me wrong." But your lifestyle choices and decisions that went along with your addiction are completely separate from mine. You know what I mean? What you got to battle to get yourself clean is a little bit different to what I have to battle to get myself clean. Now, let me say this. If you are of the cloth that has a marijuana addiction and you're still looking for hope, there is hope. And I salute you for trying to get clean. What I'm trying to say is that too many people try to belong in these circles and conversations that they don't belong in. It's not that how can I say this? It's not that I think that your addiction is weaker than mine by any stretch of the imagination. What I'm trying to say is that you don't belong in the same circle as me whenever it comes to figuring out a way out. You know what I mean? Like, my way will work for you to get out of, but there's no way to say this without it sounding kind of ugly. You know what I mean? So I apologize if I'm upsetting you whenever I say this, but a marijuana addiction doesn't equate an amphetamine or opiate addiction, because my body depends on it fully, and you have to relearn to live. Now, when you come off of marijuana, you have, bad dreams, cold sweats. It's hard to figure out. It's hard to eat. It's hard to find pleasure in things that you find pleasure in when you're on. But that's that's the extent. You know what I mean? And it is difficult to break those habits, and it's difficult to stem away from an addiction like that. But what I had to go through was like almost death, you know? And like, that's all I'm saying. And what we have now are people entering the chat with like a food addiction. You get what I'm saying? And they're like, well, I'm an addict too, because I'm addicted to pizza. And it's like, all right, bro, when does this stop? You know what I mean? Because now you're trying to, and that takes away from myself, like that takes away from my accomplishments. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes the accomplishments that we've gained make us hungry for more accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? Because like, man, I really went through it and I had to figure that out. Thank God that God helped walk me through that. Maybe God will help walk me through this too, you know? But when you start entering the chat with like a food addiction, it's like, dog, you know what I mean? Hopefully I don't sound rude or mean coming off of that. I'm just saying how it feels when you're actually of that cloth. And Tom is actually of the cloth that he's speaking of right here. So he looks at these mumble rappers that are talking about it like, dog, what? You know what I mean? You ain't a part of this. You don't know what this is. And I understand that fully.
The record label's working for pharma. They made anxiety trendy by using popular artists and use the rappers to promote.
Yo, he just said the record label is working for pharma. I've never thought of that, but that's real. That seems legit.
They made anxiety trendy by using popular artists and use the rappers to promote prescription pills to the audience. They created the problem to sell you pills that would solve them. It's brilliant.
Y'all ain't
Brilliant indeed. Yo, I never thought about it that way.
Trendy by using popular artists and use the rappers to promote prescription pills to the audience. They created the problem to sell you pills that would solve them. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
They created the problem to sell you pills that would solve them. And when they all work together under the same fabric, sheesh, that's real, bro. That's real. Come on, Tom.
Ain't real, from the chains to the gear to the grills. Now it's pain, talking tears, taking pills. Y'all ain't real, I can see it in your eyes, all lies. Y'all guys don't know how we feel. Y'all ain't real enough to deal with us, don't feel the love. Nah, 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 nah. Y'all just make believe, you claim to be the same as me. Nah, 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 nah.
Exploiting our problems to benefit. They just wanna get paid. I spend all
Exploiting our problems to benefit. They just want to get paid.
my money on medicine. Spend all your money on chains. Y'all
Yeah.
just exploiting the misery. Popping Xannies to fade. Well, I'm throwing ones into therapy. Cause all I know is rain.
Y'all ain't real, from the chains to the gear to the grills. Now it's pain, talking tears, taking pills. Y'all ain't real, I can see it in your eyes, all lies. Y'all guys don't know how we feel. Y'all ain't real enough to deal with us, don't feel the love. Nah, 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 nah.
Another thing that I'm noticing in this song too is like, y'all ain't real enough. You don't know how we feel. A lot of people think that that's a troll. Like he's trolling. He's not, bro. I'm gonna stand 10 toes on this with Tom, bro, because I'm really growing to like really love Tom, bro. Like I really rock with this dude. And his stance in my eyes is some of us over here, how can I put this? It's almost the same thing as what I was saying about pizza versus opiates. Like it's like some of us over here, we need real hope. Quit pretending to provide that hope. You're not providing anything. You're providing more stress, more turmoil with your microwavable food. Like we prefer cooked meals over here, you know?
Y'all just make believe, you claim to be the same as me. Nah, 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 nah. Y'all ain't real, from the chains to the gear to the grills. Now it's pain, talking tears, taking pills. Y'all ain't real, I can see it in your eyes, all lies. Y'all guys don't know how we feel. Y'all ain't real enough to deal with us, don't feel the love. Nah, 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 nah. Y'all just make believe, you claim to be the same as me. Nah, 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 nah.
I love this. This is in my top. I like this one a lot. And I'm trying to think of like where that stems from, right? Because like I'm an addict in recovery, right? So I'm a decade plus removed from my addiction. And I remember around year 5 or 6 where I started to feel celebratory about that, where it was like a flex. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm 5 years clean, baby. And that is something you should be able to flex. I don't know. But there's so many people. I had to gather a thought for a second. I'm sorry. It's dope because you can flex it, but some of these people are out here and they're like, you know what? Me too, dog. I'm 5 years removed from Mountain Dew. And it's like, no, bro. You don't get to flex like I get to flex. That sounds bad. That's why I'm having such a hard time gathering my thoughts on this, but I'm just going to spit it because it's what I feel. But you can't flex that in the same way that I can flex I'm 5 years removed from amphetamines. What are we talking about? So it goes on into other aspects of life, like where those of us that have really been through it start to see it. And it's like, okay, so now I go to the gym and it takes me 8 years and I lose 100 pounds and I gain muscle mass. You know what I mean? And I run into somebody and they're like, well, bro, I lost 100 pounds too. Ozempic. No, you don't get to flex like me. What? No. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that's you, please don't feel offended. You got to do what you got to do your way. But it's more rewarding if you go through the process. If you go through the steps. If you go through the goal by goal, step by step, day by day process to get where you want to be, it's way more flexible, you know? But if that's you and you wanted to take shortcuts, this is the issue with that, is you're going to eventually end up where if you remove yourself from Ozempic, let's say, you better figure out a way to start working out. You know what I mean? Because you have done nothing to put in the practice of changing your habits, your people, your places, your things, to turn a new leaf, to turn a new corner, to become someone new. And that's all I'm trying to say. And that's what this video is reminiscent of to me. It's like, y'all ain't real. Nah. Y'all ain't real. Y'all ain't got it like that. And I think that that's dope to be able to flex that, whereas some people might see that as a troll move. I see that as a light of hope for people that are really going through it. Just like, yeah, Tom, they don't know about us, bro. They don't know us, man. They ain't real. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's dope. I super salute that. Super salute it. Or like when I'm talking about fighting my demons, you know what I mean? Like, y'all, I'm talking about real demons. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody like, yeah, man, I fight my demons too, bro. You know? And I'm like over your pizza addiction, you mean? Like, yeah, maybe that's a demon, but that's a baby demon. That's an ant-sized demon that I could just squish. You know what I mean? And that's, understand what I'm saying. This isn't because of me. This is because God gave me the strength to overcome these things. Please understand that. So this isn't me, you know, everybody has different roads that they have to go down and different bridges that they have to cross and hope that they don't burn those bridges as they cross them. So I don't take this as judgment. It's just, this is the difference. I figured it out. I'm going to say it like this. This is the difference. It's just whenever I'm out here trying to provide hope. All right, got it. So if somebody comes to me and they're like, Nelson, I have an amphetamine addiction. How did you get through this? And I'm trying to express my way of getting through it. And then Mr. Pizza Addiction comes over here and he's like, well, when I had to get off of pepperoni, that was one of the hardest moments of my life. I move. That's all. You could talk to the other pizza addicted people and help them out. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to say. Just over there. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But this was really good. This is a thought-provoking song. This is an emotion-provoking song. I could tell that he meant it. I could tell that he stands on what he says. And I really appreciate it when Tom does this. And man, what a breath of fresh air it was. Way to kick off 2025, baby. I like this. This was dope. Anyway, man, thank y'all for watching. Please make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button for me. We're building something special over here. It's a real community effort. Thank you to the members. Thank you to the super chats. Thank you to the subscribers. Thank you to the people that like these videos, that comment and share on these videos. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to the haters too, that just come through and say a little something in the comments to let me know that you're hating on it. I appreciate y'all as well, man. I really do. I appreciate everybody. So I'm going to let that ride, and we going to go on into the next one, all right? Peace.